Hello Buddy Fighters and welcome to another episode of This Week in Buddy Fight. Glad you could join us for another week of this week's roundup. Let's begin the show. There's no significant news to highlight this week. Just a quick notice that some community leaders have posted their messages and videos on social media with regards to the end of product releases for Buddy Fight. Some Japanese illustrators have also posted their favorite pieces, artworks, on their social media, so do check them out if you can. Let's head on over to the Buddy Votes Corner. A big thanks to the hundreds of Buddy Fighters who took part in the polls last week. Our topic last week was your favorite or most memorable product from the first season of the series. We had quite a number of responses as players submitted their votes for the 7 trial decks and 9 pack products. Here are the top 3 which you guys voted for. In third place, BT05 Break to the Future. This was a set close to the end of the first season, so it was a pretty big set which featured plenty of upgrades to the popular decks at that time. In second place, strangely we have a tie with the same number of votes for second place. We have both BT04 Darkness Fable and PP01 Golden Buddy Pack version E. BT04 mostly boosted Dragon World, Legend World and Darkness Dragon World. On the other hand, PP01 had gorgeous print of cards. Can you imagine it had 18 buddy rares in this product alone? And the favorite or most memorable product you guys voted for is... drumroll please. Another tie! 2 product types in fact are tied up for top place. TD03 Dragonic Force and BT03 Drums Adventures. BT03 I can relate as there are lots of drums forms in this set itself. But TD03? Fans of Tusker and Jackknife Dragon maybe. For this week's poll, we are going to continue our little trip down memory lane. Since this topic seems to be very popular, also spawning quite a few comments on the Facebook page, we are going to move on to Season 2 of the product releases. For Buddy Fight 100, we had 4 trial decks and 9 pack products, which will all be included in today's poll. 100 was an interesting era with the introduction of the Parade of the 100 Demons flag. It allowed players to put cards with different worlds into their deck, provided that they had the 100 Demons attribute. I remember seeing some players who tried to put lots of cards into their decks from this attribute. It was not a particularly competitive build, but it was fun. The good old days. Links to the poll can be found in the description below and of course on our official website. Now go cast your vote and join us on the show next week for the results. For Buddy Pointers this week, we are still feeling the effects of the end announcements, and one of the common questions right now is what players can do with the decks and cards which they have. Now, as covered in last week's episode, support and events will go on till June next year, so you may wish to hold on to your favorite or best deck for the time being. We will try to resume any activities as soon as we can once the situation improves. In the meantime, you can take on opponents online via Bushiroad Remote Fight Discord or even play against your friends over other online chat programs. There may not be any new products after the September releases, but that does not mean that the game will end there. Players can keep the game alive as long as they have their decks. For the latest updates and news, please check out the various Future Cut Buddy Fight or Bushiroad official portals. For Bushi Bustle Time, do check out the timings on the website and take note of the time differences in your region or country. Are you ready for the draw reading this week, where we choose a product at random and a member of the Buddy Fight team reads the flavor text in a dramatic way? This week, I believe Robin is reading a flavor text from SSD01. Take it away, Robin.
Knights do not go back on their words. I shall fight in your name.
Here's the weekly challenge for our audience. Can you find the exact SSD01 card which Robin just read from? In the meantime, let's spin the wheel to determine the product for next week. And there you have it. Next week's flavor text will be from BT02. Yes, that's right, the very first BT-02 Cyber Ninja Squad. I remember when this product's name was decided, I felt that it had a very similar ring to Gridman's US title, Superhuman Samurai Cyber Squad. Who knew we would actually have Gridman included as a licensed title years later? Anyway, Vanessa is back at the helm next week. I wonder which card she will pick from this particular set. And that's the show for you this week. Join us again next week for another episode of This Week in Buddy Fight. In the meantime, stay home, stay safe, keep social distancing, and we will see you next week. Bye!